Welcome to Discovering the Wellness Formula. I'm Ashley Glantz.
And I'm Dustin Messick, and we are both registered dietitian nutritionists. We're here to promote wellness through the lens of nutrition and so much more, helping you navigate the journey by bridging the gap between reliable information and misinformation.
Together, we'll provide you with a clear blueprint of knowledge and actionable steps to support your health and well-being.
And here's our disclaimer. The information provided on this podcast is for informational purposes only and is not intended as a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your physician or other qualified healthcare provider with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition or health concerns.
Our podcast, Discovering the Wellness Formula, dives into all domains of health, whether it's discussing mental health strategies, nutrition tips, fitness approaches, or exploring how relationships and personal growth contribute to our overall well-being. We aim to make wellness more accessible and inclusive for everyone.
I started practicing at age 27. Age 31, I started getting sick. And I was very sick at age 32, 33. Okay, for 2 years, I struggled. And I tried variety, and I went to different famous practitioners, and I was still getting worse. In the field of East Asian medicine, there are many different thoughts, many different ways, methods, and theories. Even when people get acupuncture, you go to 10 different acupuncturists, they'll do it 10 different ways. Okay? Because there are different ways to get there. We don't know which is most optimal for that individual. I tried different things. I was getting worse over a 2-year period, and I couldn't function both in my mind, in my body. And if it was going to go at this rate, I'll probably last another year before I have to just give up everything. And I encountered constitutional acupuncture and constitutional herbal medicine and constitutional diet. That revived me. When you're experiencing well-being, you know it when you experience it. Because we are going one direction, and suddenly I'm going towards the direction of recovery. I could feel it. And it took me a year to verify that what was helping me were actually helping me, and what were not. Through that process, I got to identify what other people need. From then on, I'm not doing treatment for the condition. I'm doing treatment for the person. And let the nature take its course.
I really appreciate you saying, treating the whole person and really taking that whole person holistic approach is really beautiful. That's something that Dustin and I are both very passionate about. I also really love that you mentioned and just really kind of guided us through how all three of those pieces of the puzzle work together: acupuncture, diet, as well as herbal solutions, and really tied that into your personal story, because that's really powerful. We know, obviously, as practitioners, our personal stories and journeys really impact where we can go with our own journeys professionally. And so through your personal and professional journey, we understand that you, along the way, developed a new kind of medical system. We would love to hear a little bit more about that.
Yes, and that developing medical system started out with what I mentioned earlier, treating me. It had to be real to me. And having tried different ways, it made me think, how do I do these things correctly? And why is it such that the state of affairs is now the way it is? It's too complex. And maybe it's supposed to be very complex because human body is the most complex thing in the universe. Because human brain is, and couple that with the body, is definitely complex. Then maybe it is complex, and that's how we have to address. But having identified the already existing solutions for me, it made me go towards that direction of perhaps this has something to do with simplifying things. Okay. Prior to me encountering this acupuncture and herbal system, there the theory of Oriental medicine is two. One is meridian theory, which is acupuncture application, and the other is organ theory, talk about liver, stomach, spleen, large intestine, organ theory, and that's related to using the herbal medicine. And even today, you have two separate theories. But under Constitution, the body type, there's meridian theory and there's organ theory. Constitution unify both together. With the acupuncture, I've experienced it because I learned the 16 body type acupuncture back when I was age 33, and that helped me get better a little bit. And since then, I've been trying at that 16 body type acupuncture for on all my patients. Over time, I discovered there are 8 body type acupuncture and then 4 body type acupuncture. Now today is 2 body type acupuncture. 2 body type acupuncture means one set of points work on a population and the other set of points work on another population. It's like flipping a coin. One set of points is the head and the other set of points is the tail. For any condition, acupuncture is known to treat because acupuncture is not problem focused. Okay, going back to that trigger point acupuncture, it's problem focused. Okay, but acupuncture is meant to be person focused. You have a headache, you have neck pain, you have hip pain, you just had a knee surgery, you have allergy. You don't need extra points. All you need to do is push those master buttons to the body. Hit those sweet spots. Like baseball. The bat has a sweet spot. Tennis has a sweet spot. Golf club has a sweet spot. You hit that sweet spot. It's like hitting the bullseye of the target. It's like the master switch to that whole network. Okay. And that whole network improves. Along the network, you got the headache, you got the neck, you got the knee, you got the somewhere else, something else. The whole network is treated just by accessing the major switches. That's what an acupuncture point is. So those set of points, it's only 5, okay? 5 set of points for one set A, 5 points for set B. Those 5 points are the optimal spots that people are born with. And they could come in with one problem or 5 problems or different problems over time. Same acupuncture points because we're working on the body. to help the body to help itself. And the improvement is good, consistent every time. That's 2 body type acupuncture. Started out with 16 body type. And I found out the 2 body type acupuncture after 12 years, within 10 years of starting out with the 16 body type acupuncture. I mentioned earlier there are 4 body type acupuncture. So I do 4 body type acupuncture now and 2 body type acupuncture. Why 4 body type? Because Dr. Gemma Lee, who invented the constitutional medicine, the idea, and then reorganized the herbs and food for that constitution. He did not come up with new application. He came up with a new way of organizing them and using those herbal formula for treating internal diseases for the 4 body types. They work very well because they match up with the individual, not causing any intolerant reaction. Okay, help the body help itself. Okay, we're used to thinking, well, this medicine is gonna be good, but we're gonna have to take the lesser of the 2 evils. That kind of an idea, right? Like a medicine may be really good for a condition for a patient, for another patient, same condition, not as good. Another patient, they have to change. So people don't have one biology. People don't have one biology. There are group differences. And that's what constitutional medicine recognizes, group differences. And there are 4 body type acupuncture confirming, identifying, diagnosing by their improvement that that's what their body type is. And therefore, I could do herbs for them. Traditional herbs that have been around for thousands of years and that have been time tested for health and well-being, anti-aging, and reversing diseases. And also food. Oh, these foods are not good for you. These foods are good for you. I don't tell them to eliminate the foods. I tell them to reduce those foods. Oh, reduce nuts because nuts are not good for you. Reduce shellfish, not good for you. Or dairy, or your body type is intolerant to gluten, or eggs. Okay, those are common situations with people. And by knowing their body type, I could identify what foods are good and not good for them. Food is not only nutritional, but it's medicinal. It could be good medicine or it could be bad medicine. Okay, diet is that important. Diet, there's 3 ways to eat. One is according to the individual, reduce the bad and increase the good. And the other is balanced diet. In general, majority of people are good with Mediterranean style and low carb diet. Okay, so that's a balanced diet. And then the third is eating clean. That's why we talk about non-GMO or no pesticides or enhancers or coloring. So we want to reduce the modern chemicals as we can because they're probably the culprit in causing cancer and autism maybe. Okay. So eating clean is important, balanced diet is important, but according to the individual, that information is not out there. If you're intolerant, allergic, they'll just reduce it. And then there's certain type of diet that's out there. Oh, if you have this condition, you should be on this type of diet. If you're on that condition, if you have that condition, you should be on that kind of diet. But that's condition, that's problem focused. What if that type of diet doesn't match with that person, although it matches with the condition? Body typing idea is important to use along with balanced diet and eating clean. And you could figure out the body type using the Myers-Briggs, 4 social styles, or other characteristics related to their physiology, like intolerant, allergic food. I'm allergic to nuts. Okay, then I know what your body type is. I'm allergic to shellfish. I know what your body type is. I'm allergic to gluten. Oh, okay, then this is your body type. Then there's a list of foods that are already discovered for that body type that are harmful, that are beneficial. Okay. Yeah. And moving on, India Ayurvedic medicine is also body type medicine. It's 5,000 years old. Ayurveda is body type medicine. They call it dosha, D-O-S-H-A. There are three doshas. Okay. Pitta, P-I-T-T-A, Kapha, K-A-P-H-A, and Vata, V-A-T-A. Three types. And along the four body types, one of them, because yeah, four body type, one of them is Pitta Kapha combination. In Korean, we call it Taeumin, greater yin person. Another type is Vata, V-A-T-A. We call it Soum in one, lesser yin person one. Okay. And the other is Pitta Vata, and we call it Soyang in. Soyang means lesser yang person. Okay. The fourth is Kapha, K-A-P-H-A, which is Soum in two. Soum is lesser yin person two. Different names because all around the world we had different perspective, different culture, different society, different application, different ways of thinking. Therefore, we had a different take on them. But we're looking at the same people and having treating the same types over time. Natural medicine can be unified in this way so that we have a common language between these practitioners. Okay, and going back to Hippocrates, Hippocrates came up with the four humors. Galenus Aurelius, around first century, second century AD, he was a physician to the gladiators and to the royalty of the Romans. He's well known for drawing the anatomy of the gladiators, but he was also a polymath and a medical doctor. He came up with four temperament. So he changed the words from the four humors into four temperaments: choleric, sanguine, phlegmatic, melancholic. Okay. And and he called each of them dry hot. One of them is dry hot. The other is damp cold. Another one is damp hot. Another one is dry cold. Different names, but he recognized physiology, that's internal climactic physiology that's happening. So if you're cold, then you need warming. If you're dry, then you need dampening. Okay, so it's a balancing out, con, con, trying to treat the other energy with the opposite energy. Okay? From a big holistic approach. Like when we eat, many things happen, right? Food ingredients cause many things. Okay, so we could categorize it as that into one thing. Is that a drying food, or is it a dampening food, or is that a warming food, or is that a cooling food? Gluten is cold, so those cold body types are intolerant to gluten, and if they are very intolerant, they'll have celiac disease, or they'll have foggy brain with the gluten. Okay, why? Because they are genetically cold. It's their body type. They're born that way. It's their information that's in their body, and they will act against the gluten. So some people gluten no problem because they're hot type. Okay, not all cold types are bad with gluten, but If you're bad with gluten, you're a cold type. The possibility is very high. If you got celiac disease, oh man, 95% likely that you're, or maybe higher than that
It,
likelihood.
is the hot type versus cold type, does that have anything to do with the elements, or is that like apples and oranges?
Yes, cold type is five elements: wood, fire, earth, metal, water.
Uh-huh.
Cold type is excessive water, not enough earth. Hot
Wow.
type
So
is excessive earth, not enough water.
how do
Right.
they get more of the other element? To like, is there a prescription for that, or is it just that's just how you are?
It's just how you are. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. Range of normal. Okay. You get a blood test. You want a range of normal. You don't want to have too much. You don't have too little. Okay. So when we say you have too much of an element and not enough, like too hot, hot person has excessive earth, not enough water. Okay. But that's within normal range. It's just who they are. That's what makes them different.
Hmm.
Okay. But if they go out of range, what's too much, it becomes even more too much. What's too little becomes even less. Then the body's not functioning well. You'll have
Oh,
disease.
yeah.
Okay. A disease is a dysfunction. Okay. Disease is a degree of difference. Within normal range is what you call well-being.
Hmm.
Outside of the range, it's uncomfortable. Okay. Even more outside, oh, that's a disease. Degree of difference. When you have the body function towards more normal, then you get less discomfort, less disease, and eventually resolution of the disease. Okay, we're just drawing a line between discomfort and disease, but that's like okay, there's a bar, but it's still a degree of difference.
Wow, that's really fascinating. So, I guess if someone has too much, is too has too much hot, then they can get into like the disease level, and then they would need to be brought back through like Chinese herbs diet and acupuncture.
Right, there are many different ways. You could do multiple treatments, different type of treatments. It'll be better. Maybe there's one or two treatment that stand out and matches well with that individual. Therefore, when a person has a disease, we don't know what's going to be most effective for that individual. One, two things, or several things.
How would you say food or like Chinese herbs play a role in supporting like the stress of the body, or depending on one's body type?
Stress of the body. That's also related to the word detox.
Mm,
We're always detoxing,
hmm.
right? Even now, constantly. Things have to make a full cycle. Things go in, things go back out. Okay, cellular respiration. Okay, organ function. Everything has to make a full cycle. And if that's compromised, things will accumulate. Then you got a disease. You got discomfort. That's related to stress. If you're not optimal, then things will add up. Yeah. Okay.
That's a really,
Mental
really,
stress. Yeah, mental
mhm.
stress. Well, you gotta exercise, right? Then that helps. Or you gotta talk it out. Okay. So you gotta make a good full cycle and let it not accumulate. Or if you're not eating well, well, all that stuff is gonna add up in the liver or different cells, and you gotta reduce it so that the body has ability to get rid of that excess. Yeah.
It's a very valuable point, and it's honestly been really exciting for me to learn about the history of acupuncture, but also the benefits. It's actually kind of inspiring me to explore it for myself. And for someone maybe brand new to this topic, or for some of our listeners, what do you feel like is one simple step that either myself or listeners could take today to begin applying some of these approaches that you've been sharing with us today?
It's diet. Okay. Diet is a simple approach. I have been teaching my patients to self apply diet because they cannot do acupuncture no herbs. It's because acupuncture, how do they do that, right? It, it has to be done in a clean way. And as with the herbs, well, Chinese herbs is not, they're not easy to get off of a shelf. And they also have to diagnose for themselves. Okay. Eh, But if they already have the diagnosis for themselves, then yeah, they could take some Chinese herbs, such as ginseng. Okay. Ginseng, do you think is warming or cooling?
Warming?
How do you know?
I don't know. Isn't it like kind of like stimulating? Wouldn't like a stimulant be like
Okay.
warming?
Well, stimulating doesn't mean it's warming
Hmm.
because nicotine is not nicotine. Caffeine is cooling.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll
So
get to that.
then,
Okay.
oh
Let's do
wow.
this drill. Let's do this drill because this is related to how how the first timers or people who are not familiar with this, how they could get into this. Okay. There are four types of people, right? Damp, dry, cold, and hot. Okay, let's do this drill between cold and hot. Mint, is it cooling or warming?
Cooling?
My brain's saying
Y-
cooling too.
yeah, correct. Cucumber,
That feels
Warming.
cooling.
Warming?
yes,
Oh, it's cooling.
cooling. Celery,
Cooling?
That feels cooling.
yes. Aloe vera juice,
Uh,
Cooling.
yes. Okay. Cinnamon,
That feels warming to me.
yes. Ginger,
warming?
Ginger feels warming.
yes. Turmeric,
Warming.
Yep.
yeah.
Warming.
Prove it.
It's a feeling. It's like a feeling that I'm
Oh,
feeling
subjective.
associated with the word. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
Right,
is
right.
subjective.
Yeah. So we all agree upon it, though.
Yeah.
But in subjectivity, there's always outliers. I understand, right? But
Right.
yeah, we agree on it, and it's been time tested over time. Those are all good for inflammation of the gut. If you're problem focused and you have IBS, are you gonna have all of them?
Probably not.
No. Which is more important? It treats the condition, or it matches with you.
It matches with you.
Yeah, hopefully matches with you, and for the condition. And you know that you're a cold type, then you gotta have warming foods. If you're a hot type, then you gotta have cooling foods. Even if you don't have digestive issue, it's good for other conditions, your whole body, because things are connected. And to start off, people should know what body type they have. And Myers-Briggs is a good way to start. For social styles is also a good way to start. And constitutional medicine that the world offers is a good start. And there's always a refinement that these constitutional medicine ways of diagnosing can be done, but the applications have been very good.
Mm. And what sort of practical steps or take home guidance would you offer to people who are new to acupuncture in general?
People who are new to acupuncture in general, is the practical guide is this: natural medicine is very flexible,
Hmm.
and those who want to try acupuncture, just find person that you vibe well with and try it out several times. But they all have different method. Who knows who's gonna match with whom? And therefore, just have a practice of, or be prepared to try different practitioners and see who give you the best benefit.
And if one of your new acupuncture clients asked you a question about like what your wellness formula is, what do you think you would tell them?
My wellness formula is acupuncture diet and herbal medicine. They all promote healing. They are anti-aging. Therefore, it is relevant at any age. We start declining after age 35. Okay. By helping the body help itself, the body self-corrects, so therefore your disease, your pains, your inflammation, your dysfunction go down or even be eliminated. At the same time, the quality of you, your well-being, clarity of the mind, your energy, your stamina throughout the day, you feel uplifted, you feel like you're in the zone, they come together. You experience that too. And it also applies to young people, because if you got issue, just help the body help itself. And because young people are more adept in their automation, that they recover from things better, faster, and it's just by enhancing their internal ability. It's relevant at any time. You could come when you need to for issues that you have, or you could come routinely just to make sure you're stable and good.
Fantastic. I love that. And
Mm.
for some of us that are going to be trying this out for the first time, what should we know about when we're maybe looking for a practitioner? What are maybe some things we should look at in regards to safety, credentials, and really choosing the right practitioner?
There are basic criteria to meet. All I think all the licensed acupuncturists meet the basic criteria.
Hmm.
Okay, and look into their profile. Some just do acupuncture, some do constitutional medicine like I do. Other people, they specialize in fertility, or they specialize in cosmetic, or they specialize in certain things, and they would have more knowledge to that. But you don't know, because there are so many different ways to do things, that and there's nothing that is 100% for everybody for anything. Okay, I'm speaking in general. It, there's nothing. Okay, therefore, being a licensed acupuncturist, meet the criteria of the base, and then see what other information is there about that acupuncturist that you vibe with the most. That's my recommendation on people who are looking for an acupuncturist.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing all the wealth of knowledge that you have brought to this conversation today. It really has been a truly inspiring conversation with you, Dr. Lee. And we are so grateful to have shared this space with you, but also you just sharing that deep knowledge of medicine, but also your personal journey, really reminding us that healing is most important when it's both evidence informed, but deeply personal. And for our listeners who would love to maybe work with you, how could they find you or potentially work with you in the future?
Website is the easiest. davidleeacupuncture.com. DAVIDLEE acupuncture.com has information about the basic information about what I treat and variety of things that I treat. About the practitioners, there are 3 acupuncturists in the clinic, and we all do the same constitutional medicine, which is good, because if somebody's not available, the other person can pick up, and it is seamless, and I like that. There's scheduling, and there's also insurance verification, and then we get back with you within a day or two, or the same day, about your insurance benefit. So David Lee Acupuncture, DAVIDLEE acupuncture.com is the easiest way to find out about me.
Fantastic. What area do you serve right now? What area is your office located in?
My area is in the city of Thousand Oaks. It's Ventura County, between Los Angeles and Santa Barbara, right in the middle there, near the coast. It's in the city of
Wonderful.
Thousand Oaks.
Great. I might be coming and visiting you. I'm like 20 minutes from you.
I look forward to seeing you in person.
Exciting. And for our listeners, as always, thank you so much for tuning in to the Wellness Formula. If you enjoyed this conversation, be sure to follow the show, leave a review, and share this episode with someone who you think could benefit. And Dr. Lee, again, thank you so much for your time. We are so grateful.
Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Dustin.
Our podcast, Discovering the Wellness Formula, dives into all domains of health, whether it's discussing mental health strategies, nutrition tips, fitness approaches, or exploring how relationships and personal growth contribute to our overall well-being. We aim to make wellness more accessible and inclusive for everyone.